What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
Today we're talking about Better Call Saul Season 4 finale. He's Saul Goodman now.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
It's all good, man.
it's funny because
That's not the way I expected it to be. Like, now he's Saul.
yeah, me either.
It was pretty cool, though. It was almost, I was a little worried because, like, halfway through this, I was like, this doesn't feel like a finale.
No, it didn't at all.
And then, you know, some story goes on, and Mike kills, I can't think of the guy's name,
Warner.
but Warner. And, which I didn't expect. That was actually a pretty cool scene.
Yeah,
Pretty interesting having them talk. And then, like, it was cool watching Warner, like, he's there. He's like, no, let me just talk to Gus. And, like, you know, I'll get him on my side. And Mike's like, that's not going to happen. And then you start to see him being like, oh, I'm out in the desert.
Yeah,
It's just me and Mike. Oh, he's going to kill me right now. And then you're like, oh, fuck, he's getting it. So then he's like, goes and calls his wife and all that. And, like, doesn't he like, no, I don't want to see you. And, like, yells at her, like, just get out of here. They're going to fucking kill you, basically.
right.
Without
saying that.
Yeah. And then goes out and looks at the stars and Mike kills him. It reminded me a little bit of Mike's death in Breaking Bad. Spoilers if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, I guess. Because he was like, because he got shot and like when he wanted to look at like the lake and all that, and he says, Walter, just let me die in peace.
Let me die in peace.
Yeah.
He wanted to go out and look at the stars. It was a little similar. But it was a very cool shot too. Like it was way zoomed out.
That's
out at night and like.
That's what I was gonna say. We listened to that.
Yeah, they have a Better Call Saul like insider podcast, I think.
And they're always talking about the lens that they use at night. They definitely used it that time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was really cool. I like too how, like they panned away. Mike shoots him, and like you hear the gun after you see the flash.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
It's cool. It's cool, like the little details like that too that they get right.
Yeah.
That like they like it almost seems like that's like more important to them than some things too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Kim's reaction to they get out and she's like, oh wow, you did it, like you're doing good. And he's like, fuck yeah, I tricked those like, and then she's like, what?
Wait, Jimmy, what?
Like, cause like, and she's like, I had that one guy in tears, and she's like, yeah, I wasn't in there crying just a second ago.
Well, so here, I had a lot of feelings actually. So like, I was like, at first I was like, oh, he tricked her too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, she's pissed. She thought like he changed.
Yeah, a little bit. I think she thought, okay, he's finally getting his feelings out on Chuck.
Yeah. And I also kind of feel that like he's full of shit.
Yeah, I think it was like an actor thing where like you pull from something that has really happened. So I think he might have been being a little like pushing it a little more, like being extra on it. But I think it was a little bit like, no, I do, because it was still his brother after it all.
Well, remember how
and we saw that karaoke scene in the beginning. So I think like I feel like it was partly real and partly fake, like partly embellished a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like in the moment it was real, and then when he gets out of the moment, he's like, yeah, fuck that, that's not me. I'm not doing that.
Oh, I could see that a little bit.
That's how I took it. I mean, I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer to it, but
yeah.
So when but then what I really got out of it is like, he didn't tell Kim he was gonna do that.
Well, no, yeah, because she thought he was just gonna read the letter, and that's when he's like, no, I was gonna read it, and then I looked at their faces, and that's not gonna work. So
and then he also didn't tell her about the Saul thing, obviously.
Yeah, because at the end he's like, I'm not gonna go by the name McGill, which is kind of his whole story. Like, I'm going to be the best McGill there is now because the other one's dead, and, like, I'm going to make my brother proud.
Yeah.
And except I'm going to be Saul Goodman.
Right.
The look on her face was, like, priceless at the end. She's like, because it was almost like, oh, what did I create?
Yeah, kind of.
Because she was egging him on to do the scams. She egged him on. If it wasn't for her, this wouldn't have even happened. So, in a way, she kind of recreated Jimmy McGill / Saul Goodman.
So Saul Goodman's like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, a little bit of Frankenstein's monster in there, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of I was wondering that when he started talking, and I was like, oh, she didn't like. One, she doesn't seem as happy that this went through, and two, that like, she's like, what the what's going on?
Yeah. Her reaction was it was crazy because she was crying in the courtroom.
Yeah.
She was almost in tears there. And then she's just like, you could just see her take a step back, like, what the fuck?
So do you think next season there'll be another time jump? Because they already did this season, so like...
No.
Or do you think it's just going to continue him on like early days of Saul Goodman?
Yeah. I think it just will start like
a week or two later or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too.
After we see,
I think maybe
after we see who the hell was in the taxi talking to Gene.
That's what I'm most excited for is because it ended, now I get to see another Gene scene next year.
It's so stupid.
I love those scenes. The only thing I hate about those scenes is that they're only in the first episode of the show. I wish it like opened and closed with those.
You talk about it so much. I was expecting it to be in this episode.
See, I wasn't because they only do it in the first episodes of each season.
So you talked me into it, and then you didn't even expect it?
But I didn't say. I just said I wish they did that. But that'd be cool. So why do you think Lalo was... He opened up, he's looking at Los Pollos people, then he's following Mike around, and he killed that one dude that Mike talked to. Like, what do you think was his reason for doing all that?
I think he thinks Gus is making a play on the Salamancas, and he wants to know.
Like he kind of has a suspicion, like, oh, he's gonna be making his own meth. He's not gonna be buying from us. He's gonna be doing all that stuff.
I think he's like he's taking out all these people. He's like, all this shit's going down.
Yeah,
he's prospering from it.
The funny thing about all is like I'm interested in what he's doing and why he's doing it and all that, and I like the character, but he's not around in Breaking Bad, and we know when we talked about last week, all the Salamancas are dead.
Now, the Salamanca name dies with you.
In that point in Breaking Bad, so he's not going to have really any effect on it. And if he does, it's a very minor effect because it's not even brought up when they're...
Might be some drama for 4 or 5 episodes, though.
Yeah.
The funny thing is they can do anything because all the Salamancas are dead. Yeah, but that doesn't mean like he didn't... They think they killed him and he just moved away.
Well, I mean, Gus knows about him, so Gus wouldn't say all the Salamancas are dead if he was alive. That'd be dumb.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's ways around it.
Yeah, but I also don't. I feel like they're not the writers that like. Oh, we said this in this show. Let's just write that didn't happen.
No,
like work around it.
No.
I feel like because it happened, that we will see like the rise and end of Lalo. I don't think they'll work him into Breaking Bad stuff.
I mean, maybe. You're probably right. I'm just saying there's that slight possibility where they could do something and explain it somehow.
I guess, yeah. I don't see that happening, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either, but, I mean, there's always that possibility.
Were you disappointed that we didn't see any Nacho?
Yes, I'm always disappointed
in the finale?
when I don't see Nacho.
Right at the end, which it's funny enough, like, I didn't think about it when the show was on because I was just watching it. Mm-hmm. And then it was over, and I was like, oh, fuck, we didn't get to see anything with Nacho. And then you know what else I was disappointed about?
What?
We didn't get to see any more Crazy 8, too, because I was really hoping we'd see a little soon Crazy 8, like, meeting Hank or DA or something, because if that has to happen next season.
Yeah, as we said last season.
No, I didn't. I said it has. I said once he starts getting into them doing their stuff, then it has to happen.
Oh.
But now, like, he's actually dealing with money and all that, and in Breaking Bad, they said that he was talking to Hank when he was street level.
Right.
So it has to be pretty soon, especially because they jumped 10 months and all this stuff. Like, it has to be. They're getting real close to Breaking Bad, so it has to be kind of close to happening.
They are getting close, and so I mean, there should be more and more crossover. But
yeah.
There was a ton of it this year, and last
there was
year.
way more this year than I thought there would be.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
and like little mentions and stuff.
Well, I mean, plus, I mean, like every scene has people from Breaking Bad in it because they're stars.
Yeah.
But so like you forget that, you know, like the cousins are from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So you don't even count them as a crossover thing.
That's true. I never think about it that way.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh well, they're already in this, but yeah, but they're still from that universe and they're part of Breaking Bad, and that's what makes it cool.
Yeah.
Just so when someone new pops up, no matter how lame or stupid they are, we all get excited.
That's true. Any last thoughts about the finale? Anything you're looking forward to next year?
Well, I almost feel like because of that Facebook Live thing you were watching, which I don't know, you want to explain that?
Oh yeah, that was cool. They did a Facebook Live, which was ultimately like
nothing,
kind of a prank on the audience in a way, like a little troll on them. It was a Facebook Live of a first-person view of a guy staking out a house that still is unanswered whose house it was. It could have probably like Vince Gilligan or something, or Peter Gould. He was outside the house and he kept leaving, and he'd like kind of pick up different like Breaking Bad or like Better Call Saul Easter eggs doing stuff, and like people would leave the house. I think even Postmated food or something. Like some guy brought him Los Pollos and like he paid the guy. It was like an hour-long live stream, I think, and like it's counting down until the premiere of the finale. And then at the end, he runs up to the house that he was staking out, grabs the thing, it says confidential, opens it up, and it's just a script for the finale. And then right when he goes to open it, he gets a text that says, don't. And then it says, the Better Call Saul premiere starts now, and then it fades to black, and then it was over.
But wasn't he in the taxi that took Gene, or did we?
No, he was just in a normal car.
Oh.
It was a New Mexico license plate on the car, though.
Oh, okay.
But
wasn't the taxi from New Mexico?
Well, the thing on the little dingly thing said Albuquerque in the taxi cab.
That's what it was.
I'm hoping it's not true that Gene's just paranoid in the future stuff. Because I feel like that'd be kind of lame to have Saul go through all this stuff and then he's just paranoid that people are out to get him. I'm hoping someone's really out there trying to get him and like figure that stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be cool either way, if depending on how they do it. Like, if I know what you're saying, like you want someone out there because then it makes the story from Breaking Bad continue.
Yeah.
But even if he's paranoid and worried about it, that means it's a possibility that someone's out there to get him.
That's true. Like I told you this, because Walt sends someone to kill like Lydia, and he goes and kills the Nazis, and like all this stuff. He has someone go take off all like the little strings. What if he did send someone out to kill Saul? And because they kind of hinted at on their podcast and like interviews and stuff that the Gene scenes are going on before Walt dies, like maybe in between him going to get the Nazis and Jesse are still at that house. Who knows? Mm-hmm. So maybe this like that could be someone that Walt sent potentially.
Yeah, that would be interesting. The only thing is, it'd be very hard to find Gene.
Yeah.
So
But I feel like Walt could have talked to that guy, the vacuum guy, or done something, or like maybe when he was there, he figured out Walt's identity and kept it there just in case or something like that. Because like Walt did, or Saul did say, "Oh, I mean, if I'm lucky, I'll be at Cinnabon or whatever." So he could have got some stuff there, and they could write that. Like, you know what I mean? They could do that.
That's true. He did predict the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he could have Walt could have even asked him like, "Hey, where are you gonna be?" And Saul might be stupid enough to tell him because it's Walt.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't want to go with him, remember?
Yeah, I don't know. But I really, really enjoyed this season. I thought it was really good. I'm bummed but stoked that this is over because like we'll get to see next season and all that.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a really good season.
Yeah, I like we've talked about before. The first couple seasons of Better Call Saul, I was like, I'm not sure like I liked it, but after last season and this season, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot the entire way through, but I did love this season.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Flash, and then on Friday, we'll be doing Black Lightning and Titans. So if you are interested in any of those, go check that out, and then on the following Monday, we'll be maybe doing Arrow. Who knows? So yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Wait, Jimmy, what?